Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So this video, I was gonna get cute for y'all and like come with this like crazy video, but I just don't feel like it, honestly. I just don't. I've been putting this video off for a while now. I meant to do a 1 month update video on my locks. That did not happen. So I just decided to go ahead and do my 2 month video, which will be, tomorrow will be 2 months. So y'all gonna see some some pictures and stuff like that. But, yeah, so tomorrow's gonna be my 2 month lockversary. So, I just decided to go ahead and come to y'all today and just give y'all a little update on what's going on with my hair journey. All right, so let's go ahead and start talking about my hair. I started my locks on September 6th. It was just after like a random day. I had already like tried locks twice, and I never really kept them in like longer than a week because it was either like the wrong size, or the parting wasn't the way I wanted it, or they just weren't as neat as I wanted them, or just whatever it was. It wasn't the set that I needed, like I wanted. So I restarted my own locks. Yeah, and so I wanted small to standard size locks. I know I said medium in my first video, but really I just wanted small to standard size. So I will say that some of my locks are a lot smaller than the others, and some are like regular, like standard size. I did end up having to combine 2 locks because it was just like, it was on that perimeter and it was super thin, like really, like one of the locks was like super tiny, and some of them kind of are, but it hasn't started like maturing yet. It hasn't started like swelling or anything like that, so I don't know exactly how big the lock is going to be. As I said in my previous video, they do say that your locks tend to become the size of your parting. The parting wasn't too small, but just to be on the safe side, I would rather have combined the lock than to lose the lock, if that makes sense. So that's what I ended up doing. It was just 1 lock that I combined. So I think I have somewhere between like 130, 140 locks. That's my guesstimate, but honestly, I don't know. Maybe if I decide to go to somebody professionally to start maintaining my hair, I'll have them count, or even my friend, like maybe I'll have her do my hair one day and then I'll just have her count. When I first started, like, so lessons learned with starting my locks. So 1, embrace the freaking journey. Like, whew, this has been a trying time, y'all. Like, as much as I love my locks, like just the frizziness, like the hair that wants to do whatever it wants to do, like the remembering to have to wrap your hair every single night, or you're gonna wake up and your hair is gonna be like everywhere but inside the lock. Like, basically you just gotta trust it. You gotta trust the process. You gotta stay on it. You gotta remember to moisturize your hair, all of that stuff. And it's completely different from what I was doing as a loose natural. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I would go to sleep and however my hair was, it was, and however I woke up with it, that's how it was. So I didn't moisturize regularly. I will say that. My hands were always in my head, which they kind of still are. That's one lesson that I still haven't really, like, you know, but you know, that's gonna be one of them things that's just I'm gonna have to just keep like staying on myself about, like, Tiandra, don't touch your hair. Tiandra, don't touch your hair. Updates since my 3-week video. The growth has been amazing. Like, normally you don't see your hair grow so much like in a month's time. Like, the amount of growth that you see in that short of a period of time, you don't really see it too much unless you did like a big chop. I was washing my hair every week. I was retwisting every week, and I praise God that I did not have the hair loss that they say you will have if you keep retwisting your hair every week. So I retwisted my hair every week for the first like month and a half, And it's because I just could not stand the frizzy look. The frizzy look was killing me. Like I still to this day can't really like I can't deal with it, but I'm starting to slowly embrace it to where I can go longer with the frizzy look and not necessarily like, okay, I need to wash my hair, I need to retwist right now. Like I can go a little bit longer with that look. I finally interlocked. A reason why I was retwisting so frequently, the reason why my hair was so frizzy was because I work out a lot and I sweat mainly in my head. Like, yeah, I sweat. Like my head will be soaked by the time I'm done with my workout. So with that being said, whenever I'll do a retwist, my retwist will maybe last a week, if that. Like I'll have a fresh retwist, and then I'll go work out, and it wouldn't last. So that was another reason why I was retwisting every week, because my retwist only lasted a week, if that makes sense. So yeah, so I was looking into interlocking. At first I was really against it because I didn't really care for the look of interlocking. So if you're not familiar with interlocking versus palm rolling, or just like coiling, so the difference between the two is the comb coils and the palm rolling kind of leaves like a cylinder shape like the comb coil, but the interlock is kind of like, so you're kind of turning the lock into itself, so it almost looks like you braided, like it almost looks like a braid. It took me like halfway through, and as I told y'all, like I had did the bottom row was interlocked. So because it just would not stay. It would not stay for nothing. So I did interlock like the bottom row. I didn't really care for the bottom row, the way that it looked, but as time went on, like it had probably been like a whole month since I had interlocked the bottom row, and I noticed that it had started to like frizz up, and it started to gain like the cylinder shape, which I liked. Like it started to frizz up, and it wasn't so necessarily like flat like the interlocking usually looks, and it started to like become like a circle. Are you cold? Why are you shaking? And so yeah, so the interlocking kind of looks like a braid pattern. It's more flat versus the comb coils or the palm rolling. So at my, I guess like a couple of days ago, I decided to go ahead and interlock because I had retwisted my hair. I had went like 2.5 weeks, which was a like huge milestone for me to go 2.5 weeks without a retwist. I retwisted my hair, and y'all, like the next day I went to the gym and it was completely gone. Like retwist just fell. The back of my hair was like completely just, it wasn't at the ends, they had started to lock, so they didn't unravel all the way, but I had all this new growth that was just kind of like puffing up, and I couldn't deal. I kept touching it, I kept playing with it, I kept twisting it, and if you keep twisting it all the time, it's going to thin it out. So in which I did notice with some of my locks, especially the ones in the back that I just kept touching and kept messing with. So I made the decision to just go ahead and interlock. Y'all, interlocking is not a like an hour and a half job like retwisting is. It took me 3 days. 3 days, y'all. Like one, I took a lot of breaks, so it wasn't like really like 3 full days, but it took me a while. Like it was time consuming. It is very time consuming. The good thing about it is I can go work out and I don't have to worry about my retwist coming out. Like I don't have to worry about poofy roots. and just my hair being all over the place. Like, I will say the ends are still very frizzy. A lot of the hair isn't still in the lock. I don't know how it's going to get in the lock. And I guess it's going to kind of be like that until they fully lock. So, you know, hopefully it's not too much longer. I mean, my hair did really good in these 2 months though, because my hair, like, it started like forming really well. Like, the ends started getting really dense. I was having budding at like a month. I think it's gonna be from here on out, I think it's gonna be a pretty decent lock journey. So yeah, I guess the next thing to do is just to show y'all my hair. Right now it's very unruly. Like I said, I have a lot of frizz. This top part, oh my gosh, it's gonna be the legit death of me. Like, I don't know if it just breaks easily or what, but it's very like short pieces of hair that just will not, they're not long enough to stay in. So it frizzes really easily, like especially when I get like braids or anything like that. It's just always this part. The hair does not stay in the actual whatever it is that they need to stay in. With that being said, it's the same thing now as it was then. I have a lot of like small pieces of the hair that just will not go into the locks, which also causes it to look super frizzy at the roots. So up here, you can barely even see my roots, even with me being interlocked. Like I said, you have to moisturize with your locks, with locks more than anything. So I'm learning that. I'm trying to moisturize every other day. I have my little concoction of coconut oil. I have tea tree oil, Dew Grow, and what else I got in there? Rose water. So I'm trying to do better with that. So please don't be too harsh on the look of me. But I mean, y'all could be surprised with the growth that I got though. Like, y'all will be like legit surprised because the growth, honey. I did a side by side today. Whew. I had to move a little closer. Maybe I should sit here. This is better. So I've worn a wig 2 times since I've had my hair done. And I just miss my locks whenever I have my wig on. And that's love right there. Like, to love your locks that much and to be in this stage, whew, like, I'd be ready to take that wig off. The first time I wore that wig, it was 3 days. And then the second time I wore that wig, it was like maybe a week, because I was trying to wear it for my for Halloween. Y'all, Halloween night, that wig came off, and the next day I had my locks back. So like, I really do be missing them whenever I have my wigs on. I'm not even gonna lie. So I'm gonna still wear my wigs because, I mean, I love my wigs. Like, I love being able to switch it up, but I am really like I'm excited to see my hair grow and like flourish like my locks. Like, I am in love with my locks. So let me go ahead and show y'all. I'm gonna put my cup down. This is literally how I wear my hair. Like, I have my locks down, out obviously when I go to work, and then I have these little 2 rabbi curls going on. This thing is like drenched in oil. So yeah, these are my locks. I'm gonna do a little 360 for y'all like I always do. I pulled my edges out just because, like, not too much, but just not pulled them out, but I left them out so I can do my edges whenever I do like wear my hair. So I have started wearing turbans more. So as you can see up here, like I said, this is the part that is super frizzy. The hair just is not locked. It's basically just free hair. I did spray some water on it so it's wet, but there's basically no locks up here at all. It's just free hair. So I'm gonna just let that do whatever it want to do. Like this one right here, it's just basically the coils are not there anymore. And then the sides, As you can see, like I said, you can see the parts with this on the sides. That's my hair. So I'm gonna kind of zoom in a little bit so y'all can see what I'm talking about with like the whole braid pattern. So this is my first time doing it, so I might have done it wrong. But I mean, I've watched videos on it just to kind of see. But I noticed the bigger ones, the pattern is a lot more visible than the smaller ones. Like, so this is the smaller one, and it's not as visible. But my hair needs to be washed too, so this one, yeah. So with interlocking, you're no longer retwisting at every 3 weeks. You're not retwisting at all. You can still like palm roll the ends to kind of make them like cylinder shaped. Once the top starts to form, I will start palm rolling those since they are a little bit longer and it's enough to like kind of get in between my palms. But with interlocking, it's generally every 6 to 8 weeks, just because you have to give your hair enough time to grow, like have enough new growth. We're gonna try to make it 6 weeks because it took everything in me to make it 2.5 weeks with a retwist. So we're gonna see, y'all. I guess if anything changes in the next month, I'll do a 3-month update, but if not, then I just kind of push it out to maybe 5 months, like, or 6 months. I'll do like milestones at least. I'll try to do milestones. And if anything is like, I just have to share it with y'all, I'll do a video on that. Because you do kind of still have like the slippage and all of that stuff with interlocks. So we'll see. I might do that. But other than that, 2 months locked. Yeah, just stay tuned for more videos. If y'all have any suggestions on videos that I should make in the meantime, I'm still gonna do my wig videos, my wig reviews and all of that. I have a couple wigs coming from Amazon that I'm going to do a review on, so stay tuned for that. But as far as like locks go, if y'all have any suggestions or like you want to see something, please just let me know. I'll make a video on it. I'm in school, I'm working, like I got a lot of stuff going on, so I'm still gonna try to do it, but it might not be like right away. Yeah, thank you all for watching my video. Happy 2-month lockversary to me. I'll see you all later.